Good morning. Good morning, students. Today we are going to conclude this particular poem, A Tiger in the Zoo. In our earlier lessons, we have already discussed about this poem. It means what are the conditions due to that Leslie Knollys had decided to compose this particular poem, and at the same time we have already idea about the poet also. We have already discussed about the themes. The simple theme was already given. Today, for the sake of the revision, I am again doing this particular topic, this particular poem. So it is going to be very light one. First word is stalk. I hope you know the meaning. I have already discussed. In his next word is vivid. Vivid means bright color. Stripes means patches. The few means the limited number of the steps taken by the tiger inside the cage. Pads. The meaning of the pad is paws. Velvet means very soft one here. Actually, velvet is a kind of the cloth that is very soft one. And quiet means silently without creating any noise. Again, the same word has been used here, quiet, raise, anger, and even I have discussed about the poetic devices also. He is one kind of the poetic device. Then we come to here, many eyes. Okay, so this is next kind of the poetic device. And then we have already discussed about this is the new poetic device. Okay, the meaning is just opposite to one another. So we find that this part of the poem is really very easy. The simple summary or the paraphrasing of this particular line is that the tiger color had been presented, the appearance of the tiger had been presented, the tiger having dark color patches over the body is confined in the zoo, and it is quite clear that the tiger is unable to walk properly inside the cage. So the tiger is taking limited number of limited number of the steps inside this cage. You know the reason. And the tiger has very soft paws or feet, as soft as velvet. So the pads of the tiger has been compared, the softness of the pads of the tiger has been compared with the velvet. So you know that it is one different kind of the poetic or the literary device which has been mentioned earlier. The tiger is taking a few steps, a limited number of steps inside the cage. The tiger's feet or the paws are so paddy or velvety or so soft that the footsteps of the tiger cannot be heard, and so the tiger is moving or walking in that cage without creating any footsteps. What is the reason why there is no sound? Because the tiger's pad or the paws are as soft as velvet. It means it is very soft one, cushioned one, and so it did not create any sound. But at the same time, there is an expression of hidden anger of the tiger. But from the outside, tiger appears very cool, quiet, but from inside, the tiger is full of anger. And you know the reason why the tiger is angry, because the tiger is not free, the tiger is confined. Okay, we are continuing this paraphrasing. So we move to the second stanza. In this second stanza, again you will find that should has been used. It indicates that the poet is now thinking. The poet is thinking that the same tiger is not inside the zoo, but if the same tiger would be free, then what should be or what would be the behavior of the same tiger? It has been mentioned. Second word, that is lurking. Lurking is also a word which shows that some animal or the tiger is not confined, is not inside the confined area, but the tiger is already in the freedom. Second word has been this one, the sliding. So you find that sliding and lurking, these are the two verbs. With the help of these two verbs, the poet really picturized that now the tiger is not inside the cage, inside the zoo. The same tiger would be outside of the zoo, then how the tiger will behave. Okay, so here again the same kind of the, you have already aware about this one. Again you will find that is O. Sliding through long grass near the water flow where plum pass. So here again the PP. So this is one kind of the poetic device also. In this way we find that the poet is trying to explain about, the poet is trying to contrast the situation. The contrasting situation is very simple. If the same tiger is not inside the zoo, if the same tiger is outside of the zoo, is in the forest, then how the tiger would behave, it has been showed here. He should be lurking in shadow. Tiger is hiding behind the shadow, or tiger is hiding under the shadow and waiting for its prey. Okay, it means the tiger is ready for hunt. Probably the tiger is sliding through or hid behind the long grass near the water body, so that he could easily catch a deer. So the use of many words, for example, long grass, water pole, okay, use of the word lurking, sliding, all these words show that the tiger is free here. Tiger is in his natural, the condition. The tiger is behaving naturally, and when the tiger is in the forest. And so in this way, the find that the poet says that if the tiger is in jungle, then he could catch his prey, eat it, okay, but all these things are not possible for the tiger. Okay, so here is the next stanza. Again you will mark that should word has been used. It means the poet is really thinking or wishing that the tiger is not inside the zoo, but the tiger is in the forest in its natural habitat. And in this way, what is the behavior of the tiger, it has been explained here, so should have been used here. Another word is snarl. You know that snarl is sound of the animal, and here it is the edge. It means the side. So you will find that the snarling word has been used. Snarl word shows the sound of animal. Okay, and so you will find that the tiger is free. Bearing means showing, exposing. Fang means teeth, and claws, you know the nails of the tiger or any animal. The nails of the tiger, which are very sharp one, okay, and pointed one, have been termed as claws. Terrorizing means making them afraid, okay, or creating a sense of terror. So we find, and second one, that it is again the personification, and thereafter you will find that this poem had been composed. So we directly come to the summary of this line, paraphrasing of this line. The same tiger who is not inside the zoo, who is not inside the cage, but the same tiger, the poet is wishing that the same tiger, if the same tiger is going to be outside of the zoo, inside the forest, then the tiger would be creating a sound. It means he would have wandered around the houses. Okay, these houses are located at the outskirt by the side of the or corner of the forest, and the tiger would create a powerful sound, and with the help of that sound, so the tiger is already there, the tiger is wandering there and creating or trying to terrorize the village people. Okay, while by showing his sharp tooth and the claws, and in this way the free tiger would create a sense of terror and fear among the people who are living in the village. So this is the natural appearance of the tiger. If it means the same tiger is not inside the zoo, the same tiger is outside of the zoo, inside the forest, then what is the behavior of the tiger, what is the activities of the tiger, it has been mentioned here. Okay, here it is the next stanza. And here you will find that this stanza starts with the word but. It means contrary, the deviation. It means contrasting to the previous two stanzas or the situation in which the poet dreamed that if the same tiger would be in the forest, then what should be the behavior? But the poet contradicted this one, the poet shows his dismay, the poet shows his sadness, and explained that but he is locked in a concrete cell. the tiger is inside the zoo, and not only inside the zoo but already confined, locked in a concrete cell. Concrete and cell, you just understand that a cell is a place that is the space is very limited one. So the same tiger is not free one, locked inside a concrete cell. Then you may ask question, what about his strength? Strength, power. His strength behind bars. It means his might, his power is only inside the power. We have already the introduction of the might of the tiger. The tiger is already, once the tiger is outside of the zoo, then the tiger's natural behavior is to terrorize villagers, hunt for the deer, and so there are many activities, and all these require the strength and the power. But here the poet says that the same tiger is inside the zoo, and the strength of the tiger behind the bars. It means the strength, the tiger is, although the tiger had that particular strength, but it is behind the bars, it is behind there. And so without that one, the tiger is stalking at the length of a cage and ignoring visitors. Why ignoring visitors? Ignoring visitors? Yes, sometimes you are very angry, and at the time of that anger, you have to do two things. Either you are going to react, you have to speak something, you have to act, or the second one is that sometimes you are say that you have to do nothing, you are compelled to do nothing. In that condition, you try to ignore that situation, and so the same thing is there. The tiger strength is behind the bar, the tiger is behind the concrete cell inside the zoo, and so the tiger felt helplessness, and due to that the tiger ignores the visitor, because tiger can do nothing. Tiger cannot terrorize the visitors, tiger cannot pounce upon the visitor, and due to that the tiger is ignoring this one. And so the tiger is inside the cage, confined in a strong cell which is made up of the concrete. He is behind the bars with his strength and ferociousness. He just stalks in the cage. How can he terrorize villagers without the strength? His power is restricted by the cage, hence he cannot terrorize the visitors. Hence it has been shown by using the words ignoring visitor, and so he can do nothing but ignore the visitors. Moving further, now we reach to the final stanza. And this is the final stanza of this particular poem. Again, you will find that the poet has used personification. He hears the last voice of night, the patrolling cars. Patrolling cars has been used. If someone is using this particular word patrolling, it means there are guards, and these guards are, if you go to any kind of the big forest area, confinement area, then you find that there are provision of the patrolling, there are provision of the guarding, and the guards are inside a car and they are moving across the night to the different paths and the area of that forest. And so the patrolling cars have been used to show a very good to give the symbolic representation that yes, the tiger is really inside the zoo. So patrolling cars show that the tiger is inside the zoo and during that particular time, during the time of the night, it is the night time, and during that particular or the period of the time, that was the time of the movement of the tiger if the tiger is free. But contrary to that one, the tiger is already inside the cage. And who are patrolling? The guards are patrolling. So he heard or he hears the last voice of night, the patrolling guards. And second, next one, he and stares, looking at, gazing at, with his brilliant eyes, the brilliant stars. So the two words have been used, brilliant eyes and the brilliant stars. Brilliant eyes describe the eyes of the tiger. The tiger's eyes have been compared to the stars, and so both are brilliant one. So the tiger is looking at the brilliant stars. Tiger is staring, intently looking towards the shining stars, but at the same time the same sign had been reflected in the eyes of the tiger, and so the tiger's eyes have been also mentioned or created a brilliant one. So the brilliance in the eyes of the tiger, because he is looking at the star, the shining stars. So here say the tiger hears the sound of patrolling guards. He stares at the shining stars with his shining eyes. The tiger is sad as he is confined in the cage, as he is inside the zoo. So he cannot do anything. Therefore, he stares at the stars in the night and tries to divert his thoughts towards them. Probably the tiger is thinking, wish, or the tiger is wishing, oh, if I would be free, then what will happen? And so in this way we find that with the help of this complete paragraph, the poet tries to give a human picture. The poet tries to humanize the sense, the sadness, the helplessness of the tiger. And in this way we find that it has already created awareness that why tigers are not happy inside the zoo. Because you have already heard many incidents or the examples in the newspaper where we find that there are death of the tiger. Sometimes they are using that it is the suicide of the tiger. And why it is this? Because the tiger turned depressed one. There may be depression among the tigers also. So it is essential that tiger should or the other animals should not be put inside the zoo. They should be given freedom. They should be given the free environment so that they enjoy their freedom and then enjoy their life. And in this way we have concluded this poem also. I hope that you faced no issues, no problem. And if you go through it, all these three kind of explanation, the 3 days I have explained it. Today I have explained it completely one, and so I hope that you will get benefit from it and it will help you to score good marks in the examination. So I wishing you all the best. Thank you.